Welcome to this tutorial on how to draw a honey bee from the genus Apis, all native to Europe, UK. Okay, so first stage, draw out your bee. Use a 2B pencil and think about the shapes that are being created by the bee. So we've got the various sections, we've got the thorax, and then we've got the head, which is a circle form, but it's mainly made up of these eyes, these beautiful eyes that the bee has. And then out of the middle section, we've got the wings. So we've got 1, 2, and then out of that middle section again, you've got one leg that we can see there, another leg there, and another leg there. And you've got the mouth parts, and then you've got the antennae. So once you've got your rough drawing done, including the stripes on your bee's body, then you need to trace it, and you can do that by just turning over your paper, rubbing your pencil on the back, turning it over onto your acrylic paper or canvas, wherever you're going to work on, and then use your pen. I use a pen because it's nice and hard. You can press nice and hard and go over your lines, and then the result will be this, which you can just about see. You can just about see the lines there on my acrylic paper. Okay, the next stage is to cover the whole of the bee, the honey bee, in yellow orange. Now I've taken some orange and I've just added some yellow into it in order to get an undercoat. So I'm just going to cover the whole thing in yellow, doing it on time lapse. Okay, so there's the bee covered, everything, legs, antennae, wings. The only thing I did with the wings was to thin the colour down with some water so they become more transparent. The next thing I'm going to do is just to add some colour to the orange sections, or the orangey brown sections of the bee. Right, as you can see, I've added the black to the thorax and the body and the head and the eyes. I'm just going to continue to add black and brown, depending on how dark you want to go, to things like the antennae. So again, a nice fine brush to keep your details nice and fine. If you haven't got a fine brush, then you need to go and get yourself one, or you can also cut down a brush if you've got one. So just remove some of the bristles using some sharp scissors. A lot of artists tend to do that with spare brushes that they've got or have access to. Obviously don't do it with your expensive brushes. Now on the drawing, the pattern on the wing is not that clear, so I'm just going to wing it, as they say. And try and guess where the pattern is on the wing, using dark and light, just watering things down if they get a bit dark with a little bit of water on your brush. You can see how thin that has become, and sometimes you can just use the dirty water that you've got in your pot to create details like this. There we go. Now into the legs, and I'm just going to do a quick leg. So if you just outline it in a sort of dark black brown colour, add some water, and just not necessarily filling in the whole thing, but just altering the colour of what you're adding by adding some water, just leaving some patches like that. Can you see? So where it's dark, add some more pigment, but where it's light, just add water. Okay, I'm going to finish that on time lapse now. Okay, there's the honey bee. They're known for the construction of nests from wax and have large sized colonies and surplus production and storage of honey. Foraging targets are various flowers, from heather to cherry blossoms to dandelions. So keep your flowers in your gardens if you can. The wax is also used for making candles and things like that. So very, very important. Look after our honeybees. Make sure they have a nice, happy, free time in your garden amongst your flowers. I just finished this off really quickly with a fine paintbrush and just put in the details. Main colours are orange, cadmium yellow, black, a little bit of burnt umber, but apart from that you shouldn't need anything else. I hope you enjoy it. Remember to slow it down. You can even slow the time-lapse section of the film down so that you can see each detail being painted. Okay, hope you have a lovely time painting your honeybee, and I will see you next time. Thanks for now.